Want to try a puzzle?
Sorry?
Want to try a puzzle?
Sure, why not?
There we go. Yeah, I know it's Saturday. What else you got going on?
I'm coming back from a final.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Is this the puzzle
In
here?
circles.
Yeah. So I have a YouTube channel. So this is like you're gonna be super popular because only like 18 people watch.
Well, you got it, bro.
What's your name?
Arsh, what's your name?
Daniel. Nice to meet you,
Daniel,
Arsh.
nice to meet you, man.
Yeah. So this experience typically takes maybe like it depends on you. So
All right, let's see.
how well you're engaged with it.
Okay.
You may get something out of this experience, or you may not.
Cool.
So all right. So this puzzle here, I don't have the answer to.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so the experience here is that I don't have the answer, but hopefully what I'm trying to do here is foster engagement.
Okay.
So there's a few things. Number one is empathy.
Okay.
So like you may have a different perspective on the puzzle and I may have a different perspective on the puzzle.
Right.
And so that's one thing that matters. And the second thing that matters also is that it's the actual engagement with it. So even if we do get an answer,
Okay.
which we may or we may not,
Okay.
most of the times I don't.
Okay. Okay.
People are like, I gotta go somewhere. It's how well can you think through it, and how well can you be honest with the puzzle.
Okay.
All right. So as I said, I don't know the answer, so I guess we could read it.
Okay.
So Utrecht University welcomes everyone through their main gate and is equally proud of their students who own cars as those who do not.
Okay.
It was life in the fast lane for all until Proudest pothole hit upon a peculiar numerical speed bump. He was comparing the GPAs of this year's graduating class to last year's.
Okay.
Each class had 1,000 students. He discovered the average GPA of all the current students owning cars is greater than last year's car owning students.
Okay.
The average GPA of all current students not owning cars is also greater than last year's non-car owning students.
Okay.
But the average GPA of this year's entire class is in fact lower than last year's entire class. Is this scenario actually possible, or must Provost pothole have made an error in an arithmetical ditch? So, all right, you know the answer already, right? No.
So the average GPA of students owning cars is greater than the students of
last year's
owning cars. And then the GPAs of not owning cars is greater than last year's non-owning cars GPA.
I think it's talking about the total, maybe. Let's see.
But the average GPA of this year's entire class
Yeah. So the average
is lower than last year's entire
Yeah, the but here is saying that's the weird thing about the puzzle, huh? So your perspective on this is like, what do you think as soon as you read this? Like, let's get raw. Like, what's the confusing part in this?
How is the GPA like lower for the entire class? For last year, if the GPA from this year's entire class is higher than separated.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more students than just, there's more way to distinguish students than just owning car and not owning car students. I don't know.
I was thinking the
Because
same
what if
thing.
there's like students that live on campus, but they're not owning cars too? So it's like, I don't know.
What's an obviously wrong answer?
For this,
Yeah.
well, it depends on the questions asked. Is the scenario actually possible? I'm thinking, bro. You got my brain thinking right now because I was just doing my exam for like.
Yeah.
an
Let
hour,
me
so
try
was
this.
thinking.
I can do a wrong answer
Like,
here.
I don't want to like my what's it called? Like my satisfaction period. Like I'm trying to find out the answer like right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like
Oh,
ready
man.
to Google it. Like I'm not trying to Google it.
I know you're coming straight from the
Yeah,
getting an
yeah.
answer. I'm like, this is a
Yeah.
completely contextual shift
No,
for you.
seriously, this is like, and I love like perspective, but this is like
You know what's
a lot. This
interesting?
is like a very technical question.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because that's actually what the book is trying to teach. It's trying to say that a lot of us are always trying to get the answer to things. but
Right.
The answer doesn't matter. It's actually how many different ways can you see it. And so, given that fact that you're coming right after an exam, your mind is just like on
I want the answer.
6th gear
Yeah.
in a completely different type of vehicle.
Right. Okay, so my perspective is there's only 2 ways to classify the students.
Okay.
And so the scenario is not possible.
Okay. So the scenario.
But that's my brain being lazy right now.
No, that's
They come
great.
back from the
This is
exam.
fantastic.
That's my perspective.
That's fantastic. Okay.
This is the only way to classify the 2 students.
But-
Because
yeah.
because even if you say not owning cars, you can still distinguish students that commute to campus, that live on campus, they use other means of transportation. They all fall into not owning car students or car owning students because you don't have to own a car. Or you can own a car, but you take the bus to school.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
are they classified as a not car owning student? So it's just like, I don't know. I think they all fall into either A or B. So if they fall into A or B, then there's no possible way for that. But I'm not very good at quick math with means and medians and stuff on my head. So maybe it depends on the sample size also, on how many people you're asking this question to. Not you're asking, but this is including. It could be like the average GPA of students for this year's student class is probably like 200 students, while last year's student class was like 1,000. So maybe you also have to take into like, well, I'm doing physics right now, and we're doing a lot of uncertainty and systematic uncertainty. So you have to think about like how much, what falls in the percentage of how, like how accurate is the data. So you got to maybe consider that too when you're doing this question.
It's a lot of stuff.
So maybe like,
that's a good failed
like
attempt.
your uncertainty, if you have a low uncertainty, then you're going to be like, your data is valid, your validity is high. But if you have a high uncertainty, you know, like you say, like say your sample size, or say your average GPA is going to be like 96.6, and the other average GPA is 96.2, right? But one has a really low sample size, and the other one has a really high sample size. And the high sample size will have a lower uncertainty, like an uncertainty error. You know what uncertainty error is?
No, I don't.
Okay, so uncertainty error is basically when you do like, when you take any numerical measurement, any measurement, there's going to be there's an error that you have to account for, that the measurement could be wrong.
Like a buffer?
So for example, on a ruler, when you take a measurement on a ruler, you put plus minus 0.5 inches for your measurement. So if I measure the glasses,
like a buffer.
I'm going to say, for the buffer. So your buffer for a higher sample size will be lower because you have more trials you're taking.
Wouldn't it be higher?
No, your error will be, actually, because you multiply that by the number of digits. So yeah, you will have
1,000 people.
1,000 people by.
The buffer's like a 3%. You know, that's going to be
3%.
30 people.
Equals 30 people. Versus
100.
Yeah, versus 100 people. But then you also have to think about like the holy shit. I'm actually using my physics that they taught. You also have to think about like the strength of that uncertainty error compared to the total average. Like the total, like, that's a lot of math.
Okay, let's slow down for a second.
So I think maybe it's like, you have to think about the uncertainty when you're calculating the number of how many students there are. And it doesn't say how many students there are, so you can't really distinguish.
So, can we...
I'm gonna Google this though, bro.
You're gonna Google it?
You got it on my head. I don't want to tell you the answer.
Okay,
because you're trying to find it, right?
Yeah.
Get the answer.
Does it make sense?
It actually does, yeah, it does. I'm not gonna share it with you.
Okay.
Because I want you to have this conversation where other people get other perspectives. Yeah.
Sounds good.
I like this. Now you got my brain just says, I'm gonna relay this to my girlfriend. I'm like, hey,
this is a better one. Take a picture of this one. Show it to your girlfriend.
I'm sorry, remind me your name?
Daniel.
What
was your name? Okay, puzzle?
Oh, sure.
It's like a word puzzle.
Okay.
I have a little YouTube channel. It's like 13 people watch it. I'm trying to do like a experience here where people can work on a puzzle, and essentially the outcome is that you become smarter.
Okay.
And so essentially I don't have the answer to this puzzle.
Okay.
And so, but I'm hoping that we both can try getting to the answer together.
Sure.
All right. What's your name?
Jisha.
Jisha. Nice to meet you. I'm Daniel.
Nice to meet you as well. It could be like when they say students not owning. Oh, that includes everything, does it not? Because I was like, okay, maybe students who buy or something. But it's like everybody who owns or doesn't. Because like I walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Or like I might cycle everywhere. But it says either owning cars or not owning cars, and not owning cars includes everything, right? So.
Well, okay. So.
Yes.
Blank. So you're gonna say something?
I'm thinking. Let's see. How would it be that the average of the class is less if both parties are increasing? Then why is the total average less?
That's a good point.
Because they can only be two groups, right? There's not a third group that we're missing.
Well,
in this scenario, or is there?
It's a good question.
It's either that they own cars or they don't own cars. If you look at like a pie chart of people, how they travel to the class, and it's split right in half, right? Because either they own cars or they don't, and they don't care about like if they're biking, walking, flying, anything, right? What do you think?
So I think that my perspective on this is that number one, it's asking me, is this scenario actually possible? I think it is possible depending on what a car is. So what the meaning of a car is. And so my perspective on this is that, so number one, it says U-turn university. This is my second time reading this puzzle, but it says U-turn university. So it's like, have you ever heard of a university called U-Turn University?
No.
I have never heard that. And so, in addition to that, so like, and this seems very improvised pothole, like all these details into peculiar numerical speed bump, you know?
I mean, U-Turn University is just a made-up name, right? Like UT.
Yeah.
Or like.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if it's a puzzle by UT.
Oh yeah.
It's UT, like, you know, but it's a U-Turn University, and because it's a driving, that's why they do U-turn. Like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You noticed the detail I didn't even notice.
No,
and
you're
I'm here at UT. You're right. That does say UT University.
Yeah.
U-turn.
U-turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so here's what I think we should do.
Yes.
I think we should just fail.
No.
Just fail.
Well, how would that be nice?
And failure is great. So that's
Okay.
so I'll invite us just to fail.
Okay.
So let's just say that is this scenario actually possible? The way I think I could fail is just by saying, it is possible because a car is a hypothetical thing.
Car is hypothetical.
Yeah.
Okay.
According to the puzzle. That's my failed attempt.
Car is a hypothetical what?
A hypothetical thing.
Okay.
So, why is that wrong?
Because you know it exists.
A car exists? According to this physical world or according to the puzzle?
Physical world.
Mm.
Because we are biased by our like
Yeah,
thoughts, right? So.
we are.
Yeah, I mean.
So, it says car. So according to the physical world, that would not work. Okay. What if, let me try another failed attempt. So here, it's saying that all the students owning cars and not owning cars. Well, maybe the other guy that was here, he was talking about, how do you say, estimates, probability.
Yeah.
And so he was saying that there's essentially like, I think he went down the route of saying like, well, you know, like when you take a probability, you're not 100% certain. So he was talking about like certainty and probability because the puzzle says, is this actually possible? And so that's my reflection of what he said.
Right. I think what it is like if you even go past like the car owning, not owning a car, it's that you split up a group and the averages are going up on like both, you know, types. If you don't even want to like think about it as a car owning and not owning, it's like class 1 and class 2 of this subcategory. And then you bring both of them together in subcategories. They're both, the averages are increasing, but when you bring them together, why are they not increasing? Like if you look at it from like a very, very like higher level point of view, right? In hindsight, it's a stats question on like if type 1, type 2 are both increasing.
Yeah.
Why is like when they come
total
together, the averages are not increasing? Because I'm assuming because of how the scenario is presented, type 1 and type 2 make up the whole like sample size or something, right? The class size. Unless there is a type 3, then that would explain why the averages decrease. Because probably the students who are owning a car, not owning a car, but the third type might be the students who don't show up to class. So if they're the students who don't show up to the class, they're definitely like the factor that lower their GPA because they never come, they don't get a good grade. So people who, you know, I don't know.
So type 3, let's say type 3 people will live here. People live at the university.
Yeah.
You know, but they would be under.
Yeah. Not only,
well, maybe they own a car, but they would live at the university, so they would be part of type 2 category. Okay, is it possible to make someone neither owning a car?
That's what my question is, because if both, then that means the scenario is wrong and it doesn't make any sense. If there is no type 3, like if there is no exception, if there's only owning a car, not owning a car, maybe I'm not like. I mean, I spent 4 years studying stats.
Oh,
so
really?
Hopefully I get this.
You spent 4 years?
Oh, I mean, I was a computational data science major.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm doing my master's here.
I'm dealing with the GOAT, you know, the greatest of all time here.
No, you're not. I mean, I wish I was good at stats. I think I'm...
Okay. So I like the perspective you said regarding, you know, maybe there's a type 3.
Yes.
So you're saying that if it's possible if there's a type 3, then that would make then it
this
might be,
makes sense.
it would make sense. But it doesn't make sense that there's not a type 3.
Yeah, if there isn't a type 3, then wait, I think so.
Okay, let me fail. I'll fail again. That's the purpose of, like, of this
Okay.
experience is to.
What do you mean when you say I
Okay,
fail?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I mean by that is that when we're handed puzzles and things to like work on, like we're trying to get the answer, but a lot of times I think that a lot of times we're worried about not failing,
Mhm.
and so then we get stuck because we're not creative, and so because being afraid to fail usually blocks creativity,
Yes.
and so that's why
Okay. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. One afternoon on a college campus, two students, one a math major, the other a philosophy major, were conversing. I'm a math major, said the one with black hair. I'm a philosophy major, said the one with red hair. Given that at least one of these students is lying, what color hair does the math major have? I still think black, because black is like a common hair color, and the probability of
probability. I like this perspective. You're already approaching it through a probability perspective.
yeah, because I think redheads are like the rarest hair types. It's
Let's dive into that.
okay.
So let me reflect on what you said. Remember
Yes.
empathy. So I'm trying to empathize. So from your perspective, it's like I'm reading this.
Yeah.
And okay. So I'm a math major, the one with black hair. Given at least one of these students is lying, what color hair does the math major have? So black hair.
I think so. Yeah.
Black hair because one of these people is lying, and therefore, because there's more people with black hair, probability of the person who is
Who
the
says
math
that?
major is most likely to have black hair.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got the answer. No, I'm just joking. No, okay.
Or I don't know if I'm saying it right, but this is like, oh, if I do fairly, what is it called?
Fail effectively.
Fail effectively.
This is great.
For example, I'm looking at your hair and you have brunette hair.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm looking at your hair and I say I have brunette hair, and then you look at my hair and you say I have black hair. So we've swapped hair colors, and instead, like, it's what you sometimes, I don't know if this ever happens, but like you're looking at something, and then instead of like you know the right answer, but you say the wrong thing because you're looking and you have that little eyesight.
Yeah, maybe
Like, it's not lying. Does that make sense? I don't know if
they thought maybe.
Yes.
And maybe it was just such a sunny day, you know, like in Austin, sometimes it gets super sunny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and maybe they were just like briefly walking by.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know. It doesn't necessarily say like they were standing there for hours. Maybe they were
Right.
there for like 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I have black hair, or like, or I'm a math major, said the one with black hair. Or so maybe someone's looking at this. So maybe there's a third person who's watching
Right.
these people walk by.
Yeah.
I like this. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's wrong about that?
What do you mean?
So like, is there a third person who's potentially watching the experience?
Could be.
Could be, yeah, because it is a puzzle,
Yeah.
and there's a narrator.
Mm-hmm.
Fail again. So if I come in here and I look, okay, I'll fail really quick.
Okay.
It's kind of hard for me because I know the answer.
Oh.
I know the answer to this one,
Okay.
so it's very difficult for me to fail.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, oh, but then you're gonna know if I say the wrong answer, you're gonna be like, that's the right answer. You get it?
Oh.
Because I know the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll encourage you. So, what do you? So let me ask you a question. What is obviously wrong here? Like, what is the most obvious wrong answer? Like, intentionally fail.
That they both have the hair color they're saying.
Okay,
Or am I getting the concept?
that's great. Yeah, maybe. Okay, no, you're definitely getting the idea of this experience because, so if they both have the hair color that they're saying.
Yeah. Why would they say wrong? Maybe the question is lying.
Maybe the question. Okay, so there's two things. So they're both saying the wrong hair color.
No, they're both saying the right hair color. Maybe.
They're both saying the right hair color. That's one. And maybe the question is lying. So
Yes.
let's focus on the first. So maybe they're both telling the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about that? Now read it again.
I'm a math major, said the one with black hair. Oh, because there is a third person who's looking at them, right? Because it says, I'm a math major, said. Because if it was me talking about myself, I'd say, I'm a math major. I told the red, or something like that. You know, does that make sense? So this is definitely a third person.
Third person
Now that I'm
perspective is
rereading
written.
it. Oh, given that one of the students is lying. Okay. So if the third person is looking at it, and is it the third person's perspective then? Yeah.
This rain better not be messing with me again. Okay, I like. So that.
I think the math major has black hair. That's like my answer, or like what I think it is. And the one with the.
Is that the question?
What color hair does the math major have?
Okay. Okay, got it. Yeah, you're right. That's the question.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we're considering the wrong question here.
So the question is, that is one of them lying? Or what do you mean?
That could be a good question. What if you went down that route? Well, what if one of them is lying? Oh, that's a hard one. I know the confusion that you're coming at this.
I don't know.
I spent so much time on this puzzle actually before I got the answer.
At least. Oh, they both could be lying as well. Because it says, given that at least one of these students is lying.
Yeah, that's a good detail.
So the math major does not have black hair then, is my answer. What color hair does the math major have, not black?
That's a jump. Now you got to explain
No.
your reasoning.
Because like if they're both, at least one of them is lying, there's a 50% like chance that, you know, probably that like they're lying. And if it's black color that they're lying about, then their hair color is going to be not black, right?
50%. Now we're jumping back to probability.
Well, it's at least one.
So let me say this. Let's say let's assume there's 100% answer to this puzzle. There's no probability. Like there is. What if I assured you that there is an answer to the puzzle? Like that, the case that we're not dealing with probability line. I think this tree's gonna save me. Hopefully. Oh shoot. It's like we're waiting for like a tsunami or something.
Yeah.
We're just like,
I don't know.
hopefully not. Go away, rain, go away. Okay, I really do think it's actually pouring now.
Okay. What was the answer?
The answer was red hair.
Okay. Is it because they're looking at each other's hair, or what is it? Why is it so?
The question is, am I mapping to the one with black hair? If both of them are lying, it's because both of them are lying.
Both of them are.
Both of them are lying, and if both of them are lying, it flips.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You'll see that I have a few videos on this on my YouTube.